Hello and welcome to Profiles in Risk. This is your host, Tony Cañas, fresh back from an awesome vacation and a little jet lagged. And today I have with me Matan Slagter. I believe I did pronounce your last name correctly, CEO of Armadillo. Matan, how's it going today?
It's going very well, Tony. It's great to be here.
Awesome. So I'm very excited because Matan and I go a bit back. I think back to like 2016, 2017. First as a reader of Insurance Nerds, then he worked at a very large carrier where I relentlessly pursued him as a client for Jacobson, like I do with every carrier executive. And now he's gone off and opened his own InsurTech. And I'm super excited because we're recording on September 8th, and you guys launched what, like September 4th?
Yeah, you know, I lost track on Friday. What was that?
So it's literally been like 2 business days since you guys launched. So this is
right. That's right. This is fresh. You're my first
podcast appearance. So you heard it here first. So Matana, we always give the chance to give kind of the elevator pitch. So what is Armadillo?
Yeah, Armadillo is a home warranty, tech-enabled home warranty company. Our product is essentially a subscription plan or a membership for homeowners and landlords, whereby they pay a monthly fee, they become members, and we cover the cost associated with breakdowns in major systems like HVAC, plumbing, electricity, breakdowns in major appliances, refrigerator, dryer, dishwasher, so on and so forth. And we also have a digital interface so that we are a one-stop shop. Anything that breaks there, a homeowner can use our platform to get a service provider, the best service provider for that specific problem. We'll facilitate the whole thing for them. We have a call center that can talk to someone, but essentially it's a subscription plan, a home protection plan.
Okay, so this is going to be an interesting episode for me because I know at least a little bit about just about every area of property casualty insurance, and I know a little bit about life. I know very little about health. But when it comes to warranty, to home warranty, I truly know nothing. Like, is that even an area of insurance? I mean, it sounds insurance-y to me.
You know what? There have been many debates. Is home warranty insurance or is it not? There's been a one public debate, and I don't have it with me. I have a record, I think from the late 90s, where the NAIC at a hearing, that a special a specialty group focusing on home warranty, and they've come to the conclusion in that meeting that home warranty is not insurance. It's not. It was signed off on. I actually have a paper on that we got from one of our compliance individuals. But it is regulated by the Department of Insurance in many states. In some states, it's not regulated at all. We are not required to be an insurance agency. So technically, it's not insurance. What we refer to in the industry, it's a service contract.
Okay, so you refer to it as subscription-based, as a membership. Is that the traditional way that a home warranty is sold, and or is that part of the differentiator with Armadillo?
So no, traditionally, the industry was born 50, 60 years ago, the home warranty industry, and where it was sold is through the real estate channel. And typically, and it's very big in certain states like Texas, Arizona, very big there. Other states like the New England area, the penetration is very low, but it was born in the real estate space. And the real estate agent would tell the seller, the home seller, hey, you can include home warranty and it will make your house a little bit more attractive, so that the buyer, when they buy it, they get 1 year of, calling this company if anything breaks in the house. It just smooths the transaction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, less worry, absolutely.
Which is pretty cool. And it was a 1-year plan. There are some companies now that allow for a monthly subscription type model. We're not the first ones. It's definitely not that big of a differentiator for us. Where we really have made a change is, you talk to a lot of insurtechs and they're selling the same old product, but they're layering technology on top and they're making it that much more attractive, right? a lot of things happened in the past. Not always.
Arguably, but usually the case. I would argue that Hippo does a better than average product, while Lemonade does a worse than average product, in my opinion. But yes,
Some of them are selling a good old HO3 policy that.
Correct. Yeah. Generally, they didn't go and write their own policies because that's that's harder and they're not tested in court, etc.
Right. So what we did, where the big innovation is with us, home warranty is not known to be a consumer-centric industry. There are a lot of consumer complaints. Big companies, small companies, you search them on social media, you're going to see a consumer saying, hey, I'm not happy with what's happening here right now. It's all over the place. So what we did is we looked at those service contracts, which are the DNA of the value proposition. What's in the service contract is what you're going to cover, just like with insurance. If it's in the insurance contract and it's not excluded, you're probably going to cover it. You are going to cover it. So we looked at every service contract in the industry, almost everyone. They're like 20 pages long, and most of them are exclusions, just a lot of exclusions. And we just scrapped that. We said that is a crap product. That is a bad product. And we completely redesigned the product. We removed all the exclusions. So all those 20 pages became just 3 pages. So we have a service contract that's 3 pages long. You can imagine that it's not just smaller font, to go from 20 pages to 3 pages.
Within insurance or something insurance like, the shorter the contract, generally the more it covers. Yeah, because it doesn't exclude a bunch of stuff.
Exactly. So our hypothesis was, if we don't exclude all this stuff that consumers don't read about, and then they call in and they say, hey, my fridge broke. Well, we don't cover fridges that have an ice maker in them, or whatever is in there, whatever craziness is in there.
Is that literally what you guys read into when you read the contracts?
I think in the past, I don't know if today it's
okay.
Case. I hope not. That would be crazy. But we removed all of that. Now we have a 3-page contract, and we're the only company in the industry that I'm aware of, a 3-page contract that is so consumer centric, and we priced it right. I'm an actuary myself. We priced it differently, and we think that consumers are just going to be delighted with what's there. They're not going to be They're not going to be as many bad surprises with us as with others. We still have some exclusions, very basic ones, like, oh, okay, if you went and smashed your own device with a bat, we're not going to cover it. But outside of those things, we have that's where the innovation came from. Now you layer that with technology, then you're building a pretty special company.
So you layer that with a beautiful Lemonade-like UA or UX. Yeah. Okay, I see it. So I was playing with the website earlier today, and I've got to say I like the look. I'm a bright colors guy, so I like the orange look. I like how it describes the product, the case that it makes. The Armadillo is very cute. I very, very, very much liked that when I nerded out and I click on what is home warranty, the Armadillo puts on glasses to read. So you're an actuary, so I'm assuming you didn't do the design yourself, but whoever you guys brought in to do the design, it's cute. No, and it explains it well. And so right now you're live at what, like 15 states, something like that?
20 states now.
20 states. Okay, so I'm in Georgia. I'm a renter. I'm on a 14-story, 30-story. I'm on the 14-story myself. So I couldn't court myself. You guys aren't in Georgia yet, anyway. But
we filed in Georgia.
Oh, excellent. So what I did do is I played with quoting my mother-in-law's house in Ohio, and the quoting process is very, very easy. Very, 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 very easy.
I'm glad you say that. And I was going to say, Tony, take it easy on us because we just launched. Well, we anticipated having it not be easy, and we'll have to fix a bunch of stuff. So I appreciate you saying that.
No, I found it easy. I found it surprising that the rating is based on the zip code, not on the exact address. So is that just normally how it works in home warranty? Like as an actuary, doesn't that make you nervous?
No. So, pricing, how you want to price is, in my mind, one way to look at it is relative to how your competitors are pricing. If no one else is pricing at the address level, then why would you price at the address level unless you have a very specific reason for doing that?
Well, you definitely don't want to ask more questions than the competitors. Yeah.
But, home warranty, there's a huge opportunity because pricing is not sophisticated like in homeowners insurance. We do have plans to get down to a very deep level of detail. One of our investors owns a very interesting company of forensic engineers. They have about, I think, 400 or so forensic engineers. And what they do, when there's a big claim that's the big part of their business. When there's a big claim for a homeowner's insurance, like the house goes on fire and the homeowner's insurance company suspects that it was the dishwasher that caused the fire, they will go to Donan, to our investors' company, and they will send them the dishwasher. And they will have forensic engineers write up a report and then testify in court against the manufacturer saying that was the cause of the fire. So it's a fascinating business. Now, they took all of that forensic data and put it into a database and created a new business called Source 7. So what we do is we take data from Source 7 on every single appliance that exists almost, and we can pull in some of the best risk data on every single appliance. So in the future, what you're going to see happening, we're not going to just be more effective at fixing and repairing things, or even suggesting that someone replace something when it's just dangerous. We're also going to start rating on that basis. So if we know someone has some horrible appliances at home, we might say, look, you have, the average age of your appliances is 11. You have some brands that have been exploding in, houses in other neighborhood. It's going to cost a little bit more to get that insured.
So,
but that's day two.
So I did see in the frequently asked questions that it mentioned either that you'll ask me for the serial numbers of our appliances, or that you eventually might do that. So that makes sense. Random story. But I don't know if you've watched This Is Us. It's a very good show. But anyway, at the end of season 1, you find out that the dad, who has been dead the whole show, died because of a crock pot that caught on fire in the middle of the night. And my girlfriend is incredibly thrifty. So we have a crock pot that her mom got as a wedding gift. And now it's 30-some years old. Exactly. She's like Renee's 37. The crock pot is like 39, and we still have it. So she won't let me use it overnight because of fear of the thing catching on fire, or if we're not home, I'm not allowed to use it. So
we love that.
You guys would give us a friendly reminder that it's time to replace the crock pot, or potentially not.
Yeah, that's right. We will monitor it and we'll tell you, there has been a recall on it, and we'll give you the reason, and then you can make a decision as to whether,
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So this is very interesting to learn about new insurance like areas. So I also noticed that you were telling me that historically this is sold by real estate, right? So we probably don't have a lot of realtors that listen to this, but we do have a lot of agents. And I noticed that you have a program for agents to sell this when they sell homeowners.
That's right.
So how does that work? And is that something that agents do for other home warranty companies, or are you guys kind of the first ones going after that segment of distribution?
I've seen some agents experiment with it. Not many. I think it's a very underpenetrated product. And there's a reason for that. I think it's, agents are building long-term relationships with their clients, and the old home warranty type product resulted in a lot of complaints, and that would not reflect favorably on an agent per se. But it is very complementary to home insurance, and we believe
absolutely it like makes perfect sense. Home insurance covers stuff that gets damaged in an accidental way, and the warranty covers stuff that just went bad, that
exactly
wore out.
Unexpected major events, versus the expected wear and tear that happens all the time. Our frequency, you think about it, we are in front of a consumer on average 1.6 times a year. Homeowners insurance, one every however many years, you might have one claim. So we're there in front of a consumer all the time. Now, with our what we believe is that with our product, which is a completely reimagined, redefined home warranty solution, agents are going to love that because it's just an additional revenue stream. Some of their clients will say, "Great, I will, I'd like to get that on top of my homeowner's insurance," and it's a hefty product. It can range from as low as $40 a month, maybe $30 a month, $40 a month, to for houses in New York, the bigger plans, to $120 a month. What we've done is essentially we replicated the commission structure of homeowners insurance, so it would extend to that. So if they sold it, they would get the same commission structure or something close to it. And we think it's a no-brainer. We have a few agents that we're going to test with. If anybody listens to the show and they want to get in touch, absolutely, we'd love to test this out. We're only in 20 states right now. We'll be in all 50 states by the end of the year.
By the end of the year?
Yeah.
That's a fast rollout. I guess it helps if you're not regulated as insurance in every state.
It helps a lot. It helps a lot. We do have an insurance agency for California, the one state that does need us to have an insurance agency, but all other states, we don't need to have an insurance agency for this. Okay.
So great partnership opportunity for agents that do homeowners, and it's a super simple application, right? It's not.
There's no point, man. They don't need to get a point to do it with us. It's going to be very simple. Now, keep in mind, we're going to reach out to us, but we're going to be live for agents in about 30 days from now. So we just launched our direct-to-consumer site on Friday. Or depending on when this show gets released, that 30 days will be done. So by the time they see it, maybe 15 days or.
So yeah, if you're watching this after the end of September, they'll be live.
Yeah, end of September. Putting a date is better. Yeah.
So it is rare for me to have somebody on this early on in the process. In this case, it happened because I noticed the company listed on your LinkedIn, and I'm like, oh my God, what did you open? So a lot of my usual questions don't really fit here, but I do like that you guys are grabbing an insurance adjacent industry and bringing the learning from insurance and from insurtech, right? From insurance and from insurtech or fintech. So I look forward to see what you do. How did you end up doing this? So generally, right, the insurtechs happen. 5 years ago, they used to happen because a tech person has a cool tool that they want to apply to insurance. But nowadays, they happen a lot from people worked in insurance and they saw they saw a problem. So you grew up in the actuarial field, right? So actuary for intern for Mercer, then actuary for Score.
Life actuary before
life actuary for Score. Yeah. Well, yeah, Score's a life company, yeah. And then you go to AIG and spend 9 years at AIG, bunch of different roles. By the way, 9 years at the rumor, I've never worked for AIG, but the rumor is, and you don't have to confirm nor deny, but the rumor is that AIG you count your experience in dog years because they work you to death. And I've had more than one former AIG person tell me that. So 9 years, it's like 27 years of experience. So how did you end up coming up with the idea of going after the warranty market?
AIG has been great for me and for my career. They allowed me to do a lot of different things. I was given that opportunity, and that's the reason I'm doing what I'm doing today. And when I joined AIG, I was fresh out of Score reinsurance, pricing actuary, life insurance, blocks of thousands of life insurance policies. I came to AIG. They gave me an opportunity to become a portfolio manager but I was still taking my actuarial exams, and I was still helping the actuarial group. So I got to do two different things within the same role, and I moved into a number of different roles throughout. It is true what you say. You do count them in dog years, especially when I was chief of staff to one of the CEOs there. That was tough work. I don't
You're
think
working 70-hour weeks.
that was crazy, and I had my first baby during that time, and it was too much. I did that for almost 3 years, and it was great. I didn't use a single actuarial anything that I've learned in that role. Not a thing. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh, I got to write an executive memo. God,
And it probably gave you great exposure.
Great exposure. Met some of the best people, and I still have relationships with those people. And then after that role, I was given an opportunity to take on the role of head of market disruption. And in that role, for personal insurance, so all the consumer-facing lines of business. So in that role, I worked with a lot of our units, including our warranty units. Now, AIG doesn't have a big, or maybe now they do, I don't know. They didn't have a big home warranty business. They had a traditional extended warranty, big clients like Best Buy, that's public information, by the way. But I was exposed to a lot of things, and I was meeting a lot of insurtechs, and I met a lot of people when they were much younger, like Lemonade, and you're seeing all this exciting stuff happen, but you can't do much about it. You can do whatever you can do from within AIG, and that's tough. It's a big organization. But I met, so AIG bought a business in 2011 called ServiceNet, which became AIG's warranty business. That Best Buy client, that all came from that. One of the founders of that business is my co-founder in Armadillo. We didn't meet when he joined AIG, but I met some of his group that came into AIG, and they introduced me to him maybe 3 years ago. And we really liked each other. We wanted to build something together, and he is very well connected in that space. He since then built a pet insurance company that was sold to MetLife a little bit over a year ago, Pet First. We clicked, and we looked at a few different areas, and the home warranty was just so clearly broken, and the product itself and the consumer experience and everything that we looked into was so clearly broken. It was a no-brainer. So that's how we found ourselves coming into this. I left AIG in February. By March, we had the capital raised, and we just went for it very quickly.
That's a really fast capital raise. I know founders that have spent 2 years looking for capital. So that's fantastic. So basically, the market disruption personal insurance role, your role is take a look at everything related to personal insurance.
I knew I was going to do something. It was just what and when.
That's a perfect role to prepare you to launch something.
I wouldn't say prepare. It give you the flavor to do it, because
your job was basically doing the research.
We wrote some interesting programs with other startups. So from this side, we were able to see what's happening with some of them. We invested in one. We didn't have a venture capital fund. I don't think they do still. So that wasn't happening in that role.
Oh, AIG doesn't have a venture fund? A lot of the carriers have venture funds by now.
Yeah, I don't think AIG has a corporate fund.
Interesting.
We made the pitch 3 times.
That is surprising. They absolutely should for how big they are.
I think they should. I hope so.
Freaking like EMC has a fund, like medium-sized carriers.
I've seen some successful MGAs with a fund,
It's kind of silly that AIG doesn't. Very, very interesting.
We try.
Very, very, very interesting. So you guys look, and it's a different play from every other insurtech. I don't even know if you think of yourselves as insurtech, maybe fintech, but most insurtechs, the product was decent or good. The UI was awful. Either the way that it was distributed or the way that it was serviced or whatever. But the product itself was fine. So you got in home warranty, you found the product that was just crappy.
That absolutely, and the experience of both. And we consider ourselves insurtech and proptech. We're sort of at the intersection of proptech and insurtech.
Proptech. Okay, so proptech is like homes.
Yeah, exactly. Property.
Okay.
And this is why InsurTech Connect this year is going to be so good for us, because they're also doing Blueprint, which is a prop tech conference in the same hotel on the same day. So we'll get to go up and down between those two conferences and get the best of both.
Is it the same organization or organizing both conferences?
Jay Weintraub, I think it's the same.
Jay and Caribou. I think I saw somewhere something, but since it's not my world, that and they're at the same time. Interesting.
Yeah, it's great. I'm like, thank you guys. It's amazing. I'm gonna come.
Do you have to separately register for both?
No. So I was told by one of the guys who was working for them that we'll be able to enter both. I don't know if it's for everybody or not. I have no idea.
Okay, it pays to be friends with Caribou. He's a cool guy. Okay, awesome. So that works. That works. Okay, so all 50 states by the end of the year.
Yeah, I think we touched on it. It's not insurance technically, so you're able to expand a little bit more quickly. We have one cornerstone carrier partner, Hornbeam Insurance, and they've been great. And by the end of the year, they should get us access to all 50 states.
Fantastic. I did also see, and again, doesn't affect my listeners, but I did see that you've got, hold on, what was I thinking? Oh, landlords. Okay, so I see that you have a landlord product. Is that did that already exist in the industry, or extending it to landlords is kind of a new thing that you guys are trying?
We definitely know that some landlords buy home warranty. Now,
okay,
we have not really seen home warranty companies truly market to that segment.
Okay, so they buy it because it works for them, but it wasn't designed for them or marketed to them.
Yeah, and maybe someone is marketed. We just haven't come across like a big push. So we thought, let's create a page for them, make it a little bit more, hey, this is for you, landlords and property management companies, and we're going to give it a nice push because we think that they would love it. It will make their monthly expenses more stable. I think their tenants are really going to love it because now they have this thing they can call and anytime there's a problem without bothering the landlord. So I think it's just a win-win.
Yeah, no, it makes perfect. It makes perfect sense. It goes back to the whole idea, the reason that insurance works from the consumer perspective, not from the law of large numbers, but from the consumer perspective, you're taking my potential severity risk and instead turning it into a predictable expense, right? Into a predictable monthly, and then a predictable deductible, or I think you guys call it a service visit or.
Oh yeah, right, exactly. It's a service fee.
Yeah, but you make it predictable, which is exactly what a landlord for their business is exactly what would make sense. Right. Fantastic.
We're excited about landlords, and we have a really great ad. Our designers just designed. It's amazing. It shows a landlord with like all these broken things floating around their head, and they're like frustrated, like from all of their tenants. And then there's another picture of them like Zen with an armadillo on their lap. It's like, get Armadillo and just.
I like it. Whoever the designers that you guys brought in, I like their style.
I should give them a shout out. Grifflin, they're amazing. They did an incredible job creating this brand. And my wife and my mother-in-law was the creative director at Publicis, and she's now retired, but she worked closely with them. And it's whatever came out here was just, we couldn't be happier.
Excellent. Well, Matan, great catching up with you, and having Armadillo mentioned here first. Very exciting.
We love you guys. I remember listening to you. 5 years ago.
It's been a long time. Yes, we've been doing this. Thank you. Thank you. And look forward to have you guys back at some point as time goes and the company continues to grow. Very exciting stuff. And for the listeners, if you're an agent, this is an easy ad. If you sell homeowners, this is a real easy ad. and I think it makes perfect sense. They will, your client will deal with their home warranty more often than they'll deal with their insurance. And if you sell them that and it's a good experience, it's a way to stay in front of them, which is one of the big problems we have with insurance. When things work, they never think of us. We're nothing but an expense once a year, right? So exactly psychologically, right. I think that packaging it with the homeowners insurance, even if it's not like a real package, but package it from the sales perspective, having the agency package it makes a lot of sense. So congrats on launching.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely.